Welcome to the DEAP podcast channel. There are several things you need to know. 1. Since we'll be having guests for certain topics who may wish to remain anonymous, we will set the standard by not using our actual names in the podcast itself or when taking part in online discussions. The ideas we discuss should speak for themselves. Plus, they'll be pretty contentious and controversial. To that end, we may need a way of referring to ourselves. I'll be referring to myself as D, and as for my co-host,
I'll be referring to myself as App. These names probably won't come up much during the podcast, but may be mentioned in the comments so you have an idea of which voice you should be hearing in your head. 2. DEAP, D-E-A-P, which is where our aliases come from, is a backronym which stands for Deconstruction and Exploration of the Axioms of Philosophy. We'll be discussing various philosophical topics from one extreme to the other in an attempt to understand the concepts better.
3. To truly understand a topic, you must explore all sides. This means that when we bring up topics such as rape and genocide, we'll both be attempting to play the devil's advocate for sides that most modern people would agree are bad. This is because throughout history, there have been many atrocities committed that make us ask ourselves, how could people have been so evil? To understand evil, you must question what evil actually is.
4. A disclaimer. The content of these discussions does not reflect the views and opinions held by anyone involved. We will frequently be playing the devil's advocate strictly for the purpose of exploration of ideas and not as an endorsement of any subsequent action. We condemn all acts of violence other than those of self-defense against physical harm.
While we will do our best to play the devil's advocate for positions we don't agree with, we acknowledge that we have inherent biases. App and I have very different political and philosophical views, which we're hoping will give a better chance of being able to fully explore ideas. Despite these inherent differences in opinions, we get along very well because we respect each other. It's our hope that these discussions can help to show that people who disagree with each other can still communicate and get along with one another peaceably. You can coexist with someone without agreeing with them. If there's anything that we hope you get out of listening to our discussions, it's this. There's almost never a clear answer to many of life's deepest questions, and the best way to move through life is to understand one another's positions rather than to unquestionably condemn opposing viewpoints. We hope you enjoy, and if you choose to participate in the discussion in the comments section or on social media, please be civil to one another regardless of a person's position.